Yeah. So hello everyone, good morning and good evening. So let's start today's session. So last class we have actually discussed about the forms binding, right? So we made how to convert, how to make a two-way data binding between your JavaScript and your HTML. So that's finished. And along with that, we have to discuss another thing that is called conditional rendering and list rendering. I will tell you what is that. So now here. React conditional and list rendering. So what is this? Here, you will get some data. See, as of now, we have displayed some data, right? Using cards and forms and all, we have displayed some data. But I want to display the data based on certain conditions. Suppose based on the URL. Suppose you have login some data to be displayed. Once you have log out, I want some data to display. So to control the data based on certain conditions, we need this conditional rendering. And what this list rendering is, I want to display the data in a table format or the number of cards I want to display. Okay, for example, you will get the data. You will actually receive the data from servers, some backend environments, like array of objects you will get. Okay, and that array, how you loop it and how you display in a proper manner. Okay, so that raw data, how you present on your page. Okay, so that's uh, concept called list rendering. So we'll start with this concept now. So for this, I have taken the existing application. I removed all the components folder and I removed the components and I made this app.js empty. Okay, only just kept the navbar and I have started that. Okay, it is running here. Okay, so I kept bootstrap as it is. And yeah, so let's give the comment, heading here. So React with conditional, conditional and list rendering. Fine. So first let's start with conditional or list. Okay, let's start with the conditional. Conditional is the sense I want to display a data based on certain condition. Okay, for example, if you want to understand, let's make let's make okay, let's make one component. So here I create new directory components. Inside I create new something called one JavaScript, something called user message. Okay, and I make class based component now. So structure is very simple. So import React from React and you give a class called uh, I made a mistake. It always starts in uppercase. So refactor, rename, make it uppercase. Okay, so this will be user message. So extends React dot component. So in this we have con tab constructor ren tab for render. Fine, and then we need to export default user message. And let me write something here. Let's say h2. So user message. Okay. Now um, I want to attach this to app.js. So let's add that somewhere below the navbar. Just add user message. Okay. So you will get the default message, user message. Okay. Now in this, what is my plan is um, I want to um, okay, I want to take two buttons. One is login and one is logout. Okay, so once you click on login, I want to display some message. Once you click on logout, I want to display some message. Okay, based on certain condition. Okay, so how you do that? So for example, yeah, for example, what we do is, let me take a state variable. So this dot state is equal to an object. Okay. In this, I will take um, message just empty. Okay, and then is logged in will be false. So I have two things. One is message empty and is logged in false. Okay. Now here I will just make one simple card. Before that I wanted to, okay, let's convert this like react.fragments. In this I want to make a simple card now. One simple container, one row and single column. Okay, and let's add some margin top 3. Yep. So one card. Okay, so card body. Okay, so here um, p dot h2, and here I want to display the message. So what's the message? This dot state dot message. Okay, along with that I have two buttons. Button with the class called btn minus success, btn minus success, and the btn minus sm. The say login. Okay, another one. This is btn minus warning, and this is logout. Okay, so let's check. So I have two buttons, login and logout. No message as of now. So whenever I click on the login, whenever I click on the login, yeah, when I click on the login, I want to display the message, welcome user something. And when I click on logout, I will make the thanks message here. Okay, and can we do, actually this is not a condition, right? We just click on a button and we'll just change the stage. Yeah, it is not a perfect condition. I just thought, I just got a spontaneous action, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah, click on login, you get some message. Okay, click on logout something, but what is the meaning of display that? No condition, just button click it is. Okay. Fine. I understood. Now what I do is, condition is logged in. Okay. So my plan here is, yeah, I will convert this like a condition now. When I click on this login, I will make is logged in value to be true. Okay. If I click on logout, I make this is logged in to be false. Okay. And based on that is logged in, I will display the message accordingly. Okay. So when I click on login, so let's make a function. So login, one function. Okay. Now here what I'm doing is, so this dot set state, I want to update the state with, I just keep hold of existing data. So dot this dot state, and I want to make is logged in will be, is logged in will be true. Okay, fine. And for logout, I will make different logout. For logout, it will be false. Logged in false. Okay, let me click on both the buttons now. Here on click, let's say this dot login, and when you make here on click this dot logout. Okay, two functions, but I want to see the state data. So let's make one pre tag slash pre tag. Let's add a JSON dot stringify of this dot state. Okay, so I have, you can see now, I have taken a state, message empty and is logged in false. First time when application loads is false. When I click on login, it's become true. When I click on logout, it's false. Okay, fine. Now working this updating the state. That's very simple. Fine. Now what's my plan is, if logged in is equal to true, if the logged in is true, I want to display some message. If the logged in is equal to false, I want to display some message. Okay. So what I do is, uh, below this content, I will make some paragraph p p.h3. Okay, but we have to make a condition. So how you check the condition here? So generally we have display, however it is we got data, we have displayed, but I want to display the data based on a condition. So you can make a condition just like an expression. Okay, expression. In this you can make the ternary operator for condition. So what is my condition here is I think it's data, this dot state dot is logged in. Okay, if it is logged in, question mark. So this is ternary operator. So if it is true, want to display something, otherwise uh, false. So what we can do is, uh, I want one fragment. So react dot fragment here. If it is logged in, I want to display something, otherwise nothing, null. Okay, so is logged in. I want to display p dot h3. Just say welcome user. Okay, welcome user. If it is not logged in, then I will um, display. Okay, don't add anything here. I will make something here. If it is not logged in, I display thank you user. Okay, actually you can write here. I tell you what it is. Okay, so now check. You got by default is thank you user because by default is null. Okay, I don't want this one. I want just empty. Do one thing. Can you make the default value as null? If you taken as null, it doesn't match any condition. Null also like that. Okay, then don't um, undefined. Okay, wait. I tell you, is logged in null. So not null is true. It seems. Okay, when I click on login, welcome user, you click on logout, thank you. But when my application loads, I don't want this anything. Okay, then okay, instead of this static message, can we do one thing? Once I click on login, I'll update the message. I update message, welcome user. Okay, and then here I'll update the message, thank you user. Okay, so I want to display that message here. I will make expression. So this dot state dot message. Okay, and this will be this dot state dot message. Okay, so by default message was empty. So obviously you will get empty. Okay, and when I click on the login, I got welcome user. Oh, two times I have this thing. Okay, just delete this. This is not required. Yeah, now see, I have two buttons. Nothing has come. Okay, so this, if it is logged in, actually when you click on the login button, it's make logged in and set the message. Okay, if you click on logout, it's make the not logged in and it set the message. So when I click on login, I got welcome user. When I click on logout, so thank you user, like this. But one more thing I wanted is, if it is, if I click on login, right? See, when I click on first login, I got this message. When I click on logout, I got this message. Yes, looks good. It's fine. But my question here is, I want to display either one because without login, how you display the logout button as well? Correct? It makes sense. So I want to display login button only when application loads. When I click on login, okay, then I want to hide the login button and I want to show only logout. If you click on logout, this message and display login and this will be hidden. Okay, so how to make this shift between these two? So when I click on login, I want to hide the logout button. So what we can do is for these buttons to be displayed based on the is logged in. So can we do one thing? Um, okay, I think we need to make this to be false. Wait, this is spontaneous. I have to check it. Yeah. So this buttons also will make a condition. What is that is logged in. This login button, I will make a condition like this. This dot state dot is logged in. Okay, if that guy is not logged in, okay, if that guy is not logged in, then we have to display the button. You can write like this ampersand this one. Okay, so this is the condition check. So based on this condition, if this condition is successful, then only go for you check this condition. Okay, either you make if else like this or else you can also make like this. Okay, and this guy, got it. Let's make it. So this dot state dot logged in, this dot state dot logged in. Then I display logout button. Okay, so let's check how it is, and then we'll discuss. Yeah, just login button. So whenever I click on the login, I got welcome user and just only logout button. So when I click on the logout, I got thank you user. But when first time application loads, nothing will display. Yes, perfect. So okay, I tell you what is happening here. Simple. We have actually two buttons, login and logout. Okay, I have taken a stage message and is login. So first time when application loads, he never login. So I have taken it's false. So whenever I click on login, you can see the state change also here. When I click on login, I have changed the message and logged in is true. Okay, I have made it logged into true. And when I click on the logout, I change the message and logged in to be false. Okay, so based on the login value, I have displayed the message. If it is logged in, display the message. If it is not logged in, display the message. Okay, fine. Then next thing is here. These two buttons are there. I want to display each button based on logged in. If it is not logged in, if the guy is not logged in, then display login button. If the guy is already logged in, then I display logout button. But we can simplify this. Here, if login message, not login also message. But for message, we don't need any. Yeah, I understood. For message, actually, we don't need any condition because message has been changing automatically based on that. Okay, I think we can delete this. We can directly write p.h3 this dot state dot message. Actually, we are applying condition for buttons, not for the message. Okay, so nothing has been displayed. Okay, when I click on login, this one, log out, this one, yeah, it works still. Okay, so here I want to tell you is this is the condition. Based on a condition, you can display the HTML things on the screen. Okay, so I hope this is very simple example. Let's go with some next version of this example. Okay, so this is how you check the conditions. This expression is a sense you will write JavaScript code. So these are all HTML. Anything you want to write a JavaScript code, you will write this expression. Okay, it is a mix of HTML and JavaScript in the JSX. Okay, so let's make a nice example here. Something called, okay, let me comment out this. Okay, I have a plan of one example. what is that is, yeah, I tell you the page. What's my plan is, I need to have a card once here, one card. Okay, here I need some checkboxes. Okay, so checkbox 1, checkbox 2, checkbox 3. So I have three checkboxes. Some, what do you call, okay, some hobbies. This is like a hobby selector. You have some checkboxes with hobbies. Okay, so if you check this checkbox, that hobby details will display right side. Okay, by default, here you'll have a list of cards. Okay, here you'll have three cards for each one checkbox. Okay, so by default, all this will be hidden. So the moment you check the checkbox, your hobby, then automatically that hobby will display. Okay, when you check this, then that represents the hobby will display based on your check. And when you uncheck, automatically this will be hidden from the DOM. So how can you write a condition for as soon as you check, I want to display, and uncheck, I want to hide it. So we have to write some conditions for this, like if else condition. So let's see how can we do this. Okay, so this is a separate component, and you have to design this. Okay, so let's create, in the components I create new directory. No JavaScript. uh, what is that? Hobby selector. Okay, okay, here, import React from React class hobby selector extends React dot component. I'm gonna make a constructor con tab and ren tab. Let's say h2, hobby, and then export default hobby selector. Okay, and yeah, let's add this to app.js hobby selector. Okay, so no check, you get the default message. Yeah, let's convert this like a proper design, and we'll see. This will be React dot fragment. Okay, inside I need one container, one row, single column, not single, call MD8, just 8 column layout, margin top 3. Okay, so inside I wanna take one card. Okay, card header, and also one card body. So that means this whole card. Okay, in the card header I'll take PG secondary text white, some message. So p.h4, let's say hobby selector. Okay, inside I want three checkboxes and three cards. Okay, so let me make this as two columns, one row call MD4 column, and other one call MD8 column. Okay, so because I want here two column, first column, second column. In the first column I want all checkboxes. Can we get the checkboxes from Bootstrap? Let me go to Google once, and Bootstrap documentation components. Where is the, yeah, forms? Let's say checkboxes. Yeah, you have checkbox. Yes, I want this type of checkboxes. Can we get this copy? Copy this and go here and paste it. Paste it, paste it, paste it. Three. But you get the error. But you get error because you have not closed the input. Close input is what? This is the close input, and I hope this is close. This is close. Okay, so make sure you close all, and you get, yeah, three checkboxes. But I want some different name. Can we make something called yeah? Can we make this is eating, and this is coding, and this is sleeping. or gaming, playing, whatever. Okay, these are my hobbies: eating, coding, sleeping. Okay, eating, coding, sleeping, and when I check it, I want to get the data. Okay, so actually here we have ID same, no? Here ID same, here ID same, here ID same. Okay, we have to make it different. I think it's ID2. This is ID2, and this is ID3, and this is ID3. Okay, so we have eating, coding, sleeping. Um, Value empty is there. Mhm. Okay, yeah, fine. Now we have three checkboxes, and we have to make three cards in the right side. So let's design the cards, and then we'll talk about the DOM, the binding and all. So inside, I'll take a card body. So here, let's add some BG success text void. Let's make something called p dot h4 eating. Okay, this dummy message eating card. Okay, and with this you will write some paragraph lorem 8 tab. This some static thing. Okay, this is eating. Yeah. So now let's copy this, paste and paste. So three cards. Okay, so this will be BG warning. This is coding, and BG danger. This is sleeping. Okay, so we have three different cards here. Okay, so now what my plan is, first of all I want to hide all the cards. Okay, so whenever I check, then only display the card. Okay, first of all, you're checking means you have three things are dynamic, three different things. So it means three variables required in the state, and we have to make binding with the state, and based on that state variable we'll give a condition for these guys. Okay, so what we do, let me connect these to the state. So three things required: eating, coding, sleeping. So we'll do one thing in the stage. This dot stage is equal to an object. In this I need three. You can write another object called hobby, or write directly your wish. So I write directly eating. Eating is mm, eating value. Eating value, let's say false. You have not selected that. Eating false, coding false, sleeping false. All boolean values. If you check it, it is true. If you uncheck, it is false. So eating, coding, sleeping. Fine. And I want to see that state here. So how to see the state? Let's write pre-tag. Okay. Expression. So JSON dot stringify of this dot state. Okay, we can visualize the state now for debug purpose. Yep. Now, when I check the eating, I want to make this as true. When I check this, yeah, can we make a function here? So this is something called update input. When I check it, I want to call this. Okay, let's say update input is equal to one function. So obviously you will get the event. Okay, so I'm gonna update. So this dot state, no, this dot set state. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this dot set state, I want to update only eating. How? Okay, let me keep hold of all. So dot this dot state as this. Okay, we have discussed this yesterday. And eating, can we get the name from there? Yeah, because I want to make this as general. Okay, I can't hard code eating here, so let's add like this: e dot target dot name. Okay, you're gonna give the name is equal to e dot target dot value. Not is equal to is an object, so colon. Okay, the name with the provided value. So let me call this when you check it. So check it where in my checkbox here, input type checkbox. So I will make here. Let's add on change this dot update input. Okay, so on change this dot update input. So let's check when you change it, what happens. Uh, Now I think it got refresh. Yeah, so it was false. When I check it, what's came? Empty, empty. Why empty, empty? One second. When I check it, oh, okay, okay. We are not given the name. We are reading the name here, right? We are reading the name, but not given the name. Yeah, let's give name. Name must be same as the state variable. So this is eating. Name is eating. So eating will replace with its value. Okay, perfect. Now check. It is like this, and when I check it, it's false. I want to update that to mtr. Okay, I understood. The value is coming empty because there is a value attribute. This guy. Okay. But the checkbox value will not be there, no? Or generally for radio button value will be there. For checkbox, can we do one thing? Instead of reading the value, I want to know it is checked or not. E dot target dot checked. Can we write this? E dot target dot checked. Is it checked or not? Can we try this? Okay. I think now eating when I check it, it's true. Uncheck false. Yes, of course, it's working. Yeah. So name will be changing with the checked. Okay. So by default is value false because by default is not checked. So when I check, it's true. When I uncheck, it's false. Okay. It's working. Okay. We need to add same thing for coding and sleeping. So what you have done here, this name and on change copy, paste here. So name coding on change same. So name sleeping on change same. And now check. You have all false false. When I check it, it's true true true. Okay, fine. It's working. State is managing, but I want to display these cards based on the state variable. Okay, so how you do that? So we have to make a condition for these cards. So let's do one thing. Where are the cards? Here is the cards. So for this card, I want to make a condition. So how we write a condition for this card is you have to write expression. In the expression, you will write a card. So let me cut this. I write expression here. In this, what is your condition? So my condition is this dot state dot eating. Okay, this dot state dot eating question mark. Okay, so question mark we have true part and the false part. So false part is just null, nothing to display, and true parts I want to display a complete HTML tag. Okay, so for HTML tag I don't want to write some dummy division. I want to use the fragment. So in place of here I use react dot fragment. Okay, and you will make this here. Okay, so if eating display this logic, otherwise null, nothing. And this is your condition. This is how you will render the conditionally. And inside I want a card. So what happens? This particular division is gonna add to the DOM based on this condition. If it is eating, add this card. Otherwise, this null to display. Now check when I go back and see. nothing is display. Forget about these guys. Eating, when I check eating, I got eating. When I uncheck, it's gone. Okay, like this conditionally you can render. And these guys also same story. So can we copy this, replace for these guys? Okay, this will be coding, this is also coding, and this is bg warning. Okay, and this is sleeping condition, and this is so bg danger. Okay, perfect. So this is how you will write a conditions. Now check, nothing has been displayed because everything is false. So when I check eating, coding, only to display, and sleeping. When I uncheck this, it's gone. When I uncheck this, it's gone. If you uncheck all, it's gone. Yeah, this is how you will display. If you want to make some nice animation, that is extra. If you want, you can write. Otherwise, leave it. What my plan is, let's add little animation. Animated some jello. This is coming from MD Bootstrap extra class animation. So let's add animated jello. Some jello animation will come. So let's check. Eating, coding, sleeping. Uncheck, uncheck, uncheck. Okay, it's working. Fine. This is what my example of conditionally render. Okay, and the same example we can also manage with radio buttons. For example, yeah, we have checkboxes. So three you select, three you display, right? Now you come across one other example with the same thing. Instead of checkboxes, I have only radio buttons. Okay, so radio button means either one you select. Okay, so either one option you select. Based on that option, I want to display the card. So either one card will display for each one radio button you select. So let's make that example also. So that is little different. We don't need to have three variables. We need to have only one variable that will handle all the values, and based on that value only will display all the cards. Okay, so let's make that option. So same story, but radio buttons. Can we, yep, can we copy this story, or we'll write from scratch? We'll write from scratch. Don't copy this. You will confuse. Okay, let me comment out this. Okay, nothing is there. So let's make another hobby selection. So right click new JavaScript. So hobby select, say hobby select radio. That is checkbox. So hobby select radio. Let's add import React story class hobby selector extends React, not radio. What happened Sunday morning? Okay, refactor, rename radio, not radio. Yep, extends React dot components, con tab, ren tab, h2, uh, radio is something. Okay, export defaults, hobby selector radio. Yeah, let's add this to the app once. Okay, so you get the default radio. Okay, and here I wanted to make the setup. So this is React dot fragments, and here you will have one container, one row called md8, same story, and we have a card header, and then one card body. Okay, so bg secondary text to white, so p.h4 hobby selector radio, and inside I want one row called md4 call MD8. So two columns. So in this I want the list of radio buttons. Can we get the radio buttons? Let's see how we got. Okay, we have to give some margin top. Margin top 3. Okay. Yeah. So we have to give a radio buttons. So go to forms. Yeah, radio buttons here. Let me get the 3 radio buttons. Yeah, same story. Copy them. All the 3 behind. We need like this. Copy. And back here, where here. So let's write a form. Paste. Okay. And problem is input. You have to close slash slash and here slash. Now check. So by default one is checked. I don't want. So something checked is there. Remove it. And anything else? Yeah, this is last one disable. Something they have a disable, not required. All enable. Yep, all enable. Yes, fine. I want to change the names. Label, that's eating, and this is coding, and this is sleeping. Okay, so 3 things are there. Yeah, based on this I want to display 3 cards. So another column, add just card body with some background, BG success, text white. Yeah, I will display p.h4. So eating and some p lorem 8 dummy words. Okay, and let's copy this 3 cards. BG warning, and this is coding. BG danger. This is sleeping. Okay, fine. So what's the plan is when I select the each radio button and only that will display because we select only one. Okay, so here how many variables we have to take in the state? We need to take in the state only one variable because either one we select. So that value keep changing based on the option. So only one variable is enough in the stage and based on that only we'll modify. So yeah, design ready. Now back to the stage. So this dot stage is equal to an object in that some variable. I'll just take something called hobby of type with value. With the value nothing null, no value as of now. Okay, dummy null. I wanted or empty string also you can take, but okay, empty string will take empty string. Okay, I want to display that because I want to visualize the stage. So let's write a pre-tag slash pre-tag expression JSON dot stringify of this dot stage, this dot state dot hobby. Okay, so now we'll see state value is empty now. Okay, so when I select this, I want this to be eating. When I select coding, when I select sleeping. So let's make sure what is the value of it. Value is what? Name value option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay, okay. Let's write the general function to update the stage. Update input. So update input is equal to one function. So this will accept the event. Okay, so this dot set state. So I want to get the value of the field along with name is not required because only one variable is hobby. So I just hard code that hobby because name is static. Okay, value will change. So that is events dot target dot value. Okay, I hope that's it. And only one, so that's why I'm not writing dot 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 also. If you wish, you can write this dot state. Anyway, only one property doesn't make sense. Yeah. So now let's add this to the each input. Okay, so here on change this dot update input. So let's see what could be the value on change. Yeah, it is empty now. I hope it's refresh. Yeah, it's empty now. When I select eating, it's coming the value as option 1 because value field is option 1. So this we have to change it. Option is eating and I want this to be coding, this to be sleeping, because this is better because we can easily understand the value and the selected data. Otherwise option 1, option 2 only we have to write a condition. Okay, so that's why I'm giving the same value as the display value. So now check on change, you get the value. Let's check eating. Yes, coding. Oh, we are not attached. On change, copy. Same on change, general for all. And here also on change, same function. Okay, looks good. And now check here eating, coding, sleeping. Yes. So eating, coding, sleeping. It's working. Fine. So now hobby value. This is hobby value. Okay. Hobby value is eating, coding, sleeping. If you want to know that, I think I made only dot hobby. Just don't make dot hobby. Just say only state. Now we understand. If I make only states, yeah, hobby value empty, hobby value eating, hobby value coding, hobby value sleeping. Yes. So based on the hobby value, I display these guys. That's quite simple. So for cards, let me cut this. If condition this dot state dot hobby. Can we destructure the hobby? Why these much times? Okay, we'll destructure the hobby. Destructure the hobby. How? Simple. You can do let something is equal to this dot state. Okay, so state what is there, only hobby is there. Okay, hobby. Yeah, I can use the hobby directly here. If hobby is equal to eating, if hobby value is equal to eating, then write a react dot fragments, otherwise null. Okay, in the fragment I want to make a card like this. So okay, let's check eating hidden. When I select eating display, okay, so now same story, copy the whole thing and replace these all guys, paste and paste. So this is coding and bg warning, this is also coding. Okay, and sleeping bg danger, this is sleeping, works fine. And yeah, that's it. Now check, nothing has display, so we can add next animation to, where is the card, animated jello. Okay, so let's check. So eating, coding, sleeping, so either one will display. Okay, so based on option, so this is what conditional rendering in React.js. Now let's start with list rendering. So what is list rendering means? I want to display a list of data. So list in a sense is an array. Okay, so Generally from the server, okay, generally when you connect the React to the server, we will receive the employees data or customer data. So any kind of data, it's like object format or collection of objects format. Suppose for the list of employees, you get an array of objects. Okay, so those array of objects, how you can you represent on table, because table is a just general component for every website. So I want to display a list of data in a table format. So how can you loop it and display? We don't need to write the n number of table rows. Okay, so we will loop through and we'll write. So let's see how to loop through the array and we'll display the data. So let's start with a basic data, a basic array will take, and later we'll see the real data. Okay, so let's start with the basic data for list rendering. So what's my plan is I will delete and I will comment this. Okay, so let's take another component for demonstration of list rendering. Yeah, in components I create new JavaScript. Let's say something called employees. Okay, employee list you take employee list. Yep. Let's take import React from React class employee list extends React dot components capital on tab rem tab employee list export defaults employee list. Okay, so we have a design and let's add here employee list. Okay, so we get this. Fine. Now see here, um, in the state, generally you receive data and you'll add to state only. But as of now, I'm adding, we don't have a server as of now. So that's why I'm taking static data here itself, state. So this state is having something called employees is an array. Okay, employees is one array. So this array contains multiple employee objects. Employees array contain this represents multiple employee records. So each employee record is one object. So that contains some ID, something called 101, and some name. Name is Rajan and age 25. And can you take in any array? No, I think no. Okay, age. So designation, something called software engineer, and yep, enough. Location, same location, everyone. Okay, this is the thing, and let's make copy this, or yeah, let's copy this. I add one more ID 2. This is Mahesh. This guy around some 28. Some let's add senior software engineer and 103. This is John around some 45. This guy is project manager. One more, last one, 104. Wilson. Okay, so Wilson is around some 55. Is a director. Or okay, director. Okay, fine. See here, we have employees array which contains multiple objects. So now if you display the data, this here, first let's add react dot fragments. Yeah, if you display data here using a pre-tag, okay, using pre-tag, how you write json dot stringify of this dot state dot employees. Okay, if you display the static data in a raw format, you will get data like this, raw format, the full data. But I don't want to display data like that. I want to display a nice table. So how you display in a table format? Let's see. Okay, first of all, I'll add one container, one row, single column with some margin top 3. I'll add p.h3 employees, employees information. Okay, some text. So I want to make a nice table. So this table contains what? So this table contains ID, name, age, and designation. So let's start with that. So another row, column, let's add a table. So table with some bootstrap classes, table, okay, and table hover and text center and table striped and table lighter. Okay, in that I want t head table row. So how many columns? So four columns. So let's say th star 4 tab. Okay, I repeat. If you want th, how many? So I want 4 th. So star 4 tab. Okay, and this is serial number or employee ID. Employee ID, and this is employee name. Let's make name, and let's say age, and then this is designation. Okay, so now check, you get like this: employee ID, name, age, and designation. Okay, and I want to give some different colors, so let me give a class called bg dark text white. Yeah, so you have a table. So in the table I want to display the records. So how you display the records? How you display records is generally in um, generally how you write in HTML. How you write? You write table row. Okay, table row and table data. We'll write some static. For example, first record. First record, how you display here? This dot state dot employees of 0 dot id. Okay, okay, this is name, this is age, this is designation. So if you write like this, you get a first record, and you want to write next record. Here it is 1 1 1 and 1. So it will be second record. But the problem with this approach is this is not a way of writing. Okay, I'm just showing. Problem is we don't know how many number of elements will be there. As of now we have taken 4, so we'll hard code 1 2 3 4 will get. But from database, suppose you can add a new employee, you can remove employee. We're not sure how much employees are there at the back end, but I want to display all the employees, so you must not hard code like this. Okay, there is a way. So let's see how. And we don't need to write these many tr. Even 1000 records also, only one tr is enough. Let's see how. Just like how you loop in JavaScript, the same way, but it is little different. So uh, but for Angular, if you know something about Angular, we have ng4 directive. Okay, and if conditions and all, ng if ng switch is there, but in React we don't have anything like that, so we have to write anything manually. So let's see how. You need to write expression. In this you have to loop. So how to loop is using the JavaScript map function. Some people chatting. Please create checkbox filter for min and max age. Hey, you can ask me. No, you're typing in the chat. I crossed the concept. Okay. You can directly ask me, man. If you're typing in the chat, I can't see the chat every time because I will be writing the coding. No, I can't see the chat. If you want to ask something, you can ask me directly in the call. Okay, because I cross. Someone asked a question of previous example, but I crossed already. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so you will loop it. Okay, how to loop is we have an array of the data, array of employees. So you will loop. How to loop is this dot state dot employees dot. There's a function called remember always map. So what is this map function is it will just loop through each record and it will returns an array back. Okay, based on a certain condition. That's a map function. If you want to know more about the map function, you can. This is just JavaScript map function. It's nothing about React. It's a JavaScript map function. Arrays concept. If you want to know about, you can just go to the map JavaScript MDN. You type. I tell you how to search. Map JavaScript MDN. So MDN is Mozilla Developers Network official JavaScript documentation. So there you can get the actual examples. Okay, what they given? Oh, they have given array. They have given just map, not that map. Array, yeah, array. This one. Map is again one data structure is there. Yeah. See, the map method creates a new array populate with the results of calling the provided function on every element of calling array. So you will iterate through the array and based on uh, the condition you will get a new array back. For example, see array 1 we have 1, 2, 3, 4 something like one array. So map 1 is equal to array 1 dot map this one. So this is mapping x existence each element. So mapping just like looping only, like filter, find for each like that map also. So map also will loop through each and every element. That element is represented by x here. So x returns what? X into 2. It means it returns an array where each elements will be double. Each elements will be double x into 2. So taken the element into 2. So 1 into 2 is 2, 4 into 2 is 8, 9 into 2 18, 16 into 2 is 32. So it has taken this array and reverse giving you new array with certain condition. That's a map. Okay, you can even run this. You can see the results. Yeah, and so based on the same map function, we will write the looping in React.js. So this dot state dot employees dot map inside you will have one array, I mean one arrow function. So you get the employee, each employee. So each employee, what you want to do. This guy has done some expression into two, but I wanted to display the row. Okay, for each employee, one row. This mapping will looping. So each employee, I want to display a row. How to display row is simply written here. Let's add a table row. It is like this. Okay, each employee I want to return each row. Okay, so in this td expression, so employee, particular employee what I'm looping dot id. So whenever you just write this one, how many employees are there, those many will be looped and those IDs will display here. So when you see that on the screen, yeah, you got all the IDs. Okay, so 4 employees are there, so 4 IDs has come here. Okay, and the name, same story. So this is the name, employee.name, employee.age, employee.designation, like this. So you get the data in a proper format. See how many table rows we written? Only one table row. But only thing is you have to remember, you have to write a map function. You get the each employee and how you want to display. You want to display in a card format. You write a card here. You want to display a row format. You have to display a row. Okay. So like this. Okay, this is a very basic example of uh, writing this map function to loop this array, but I want to take a real data. Okay, this is just static empty dummy data. I want to take a real data. There you can really understand because all are direct values, but I want to take some complex objects. So how to iterate through complex objects and how to make a table with that and how to make a cards format with that, we're gonna see now. Okay, so I hope this you understood this map function. Anyway, after watching this video, you understand this. Yeah, so let's create another component where we can see the real data. Okay, so I have a one file, this JSON file. I can open this. Yeah, this is a huge data. This is a real data. So I have an array of some huge array. So this is around some 1234 lines. Yeah, this is I have an array. So this array we loop it and we'll display the data whatever you want it, like name, location, city, login credentials, date of birth, his picture, photo also there. Okay, so let me loop through this one. Okay, so what we do, comment. Okay, I create a new component for this. So components, right click new, JavaScript. I make employee, not employee, I'll do employee there. Let's take customer list. Okay, so let's make import React from React and the class voice problem. Hello, hello. I I put in.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So customer list extends React dot components. Yeah, con tab ren tab. Okay, so let's add h2 customers. Okay, let's add export default customer list. Okay, so I have it. Now let's add that here, customer list. Okay, so if you add here, so you get the default customers. Yeah, now I need this data. So you can keep your local state. How? For example, here I can say this dot state is equal to an object here customers with data. Suppose for example, I will customer should have data, right? So I have data. Let me copy. I can make paste here. Okay, if I paste, it works. Is not a problem. But thing is, you will confuse because sir, customer having this many rows and where I can find my code almost 1200 lines only for this state. Okay, so to avoid that confusion, I will take this data in some other file. I'll import that from here. Okay, that's better. Can we do one thing? Instead of keeping the data here, I keep only data in a separate file. I read that file here. Okay, for example, I create another file, not component it is. Okay, so I just write one simple JavaScript file. So something called customer store. Okay, I given lowercase, so with that you understand it's not a component. Customer store. I'll make export um, export constant employee list is equal to one array. Done. Okay, so I have taken this whole data as a variable in some other file. So what I do is in this uh, oh wait, I made a mistake. Customer store contains what list? Employee list. Customer list. Okay, better. Customer list. So I want that data here. So simply say customers with the data is customer because we made export there, right? In the customer store we write export. So using import statements, it's come automatically. Import customer list from the customer store and that I attach here. So it will be now clear. Yes, we understand. Yes, yes, very simplest format. And let's see what is the customers. We have data, then we'll display in a proper format. Okay, let me see that pre-tag slash pre-tag. Let's add what JSON dot stringify of customers, not customer list. Oh, this is in the state, no? So this dot state dot customers. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got it. So array has been read, right? And this data I want to display a nice table format. How? What we do, I want first of all this is React dot fragmented. Fine, and here nice data. So container, one row, single column. I want to display right nice heading also. So p dot h3. So customers information, and so p dot lead the cell rm30 tab. Okay, fine, you got it. And let's add little margin top 3, and I want this text success. Okay, so below this I want to display a nice table. So how to display table is one row, single column, table. Let's make the table fields. So before that, let's add table classes. Table, table hover, table, yeah, text center, table stripe, and table success, because I want greenish color. Yeah, inside I want one t head table row. How many th? Let's take at least 6 star 6 tab. Okay, and here some id, customer id something, and I want the name here, and age, email. Yeah, one more is there. There is something called photo is there. We'll display photo nicely. Photo, or not photo. Let's take image. Name, age, email. What else? Location. Anything else? Okay, fine. This is enough. So ID, name, age, email, and location. Let's check. Yeah, you got it. But I want this in nice dark color. BG BG success text white. Can we write like that? Okay. So here, so table body, I wanted the whole uh, the whole array. I want to display like a table format. So what you do in this? Let's write a t body. So we have to loop through. So looping means what? You have to write an expression in that. So this dot state dot customers dot map function. Always remember map function. So in the map, you will have a iteration for customer, each customer. So what I do is I loop through and display. So display what? One HTML again. So let's return one table row like this. So inside I want TD customer ID. But I don't think you have a customer ID. See, there is no ID here. See, gender, name, location is there. No ID. Better we'll do one thing. Can we take this one login.uuid? This is ID. So this is object. So object dot login dot uuid. Okay. So object is what here? Customer object dot login dot uuid. Okay. So if you write that, you will get, yeah, this is the ID. But I don't want this much. I want just last 4 characters as ID. Last 4 characters. So this is string. So I can make last 4 characters. How to get the last 4 characters? Dot substring. You can do a substring of last 4 means length minus 1. Length of what? This guy only. So this guy dot length minus 4. So substring of last but fourth index. Okay. So you get last four indexes. Yeah, you got a shortcut ID here. Okay, if you make something called 5, okay, you get the 5 digits like that. Okay, okay, make 4. Fine. That's ID and image. So image means you need to write image tag. So another TD image tag, img tag. So in this src dynamic, so how you get the image is, see here in this object you have picture dot large. This is the URL for image. So let's take customer dot picture dot large. If you write like this, so image will substitute in the src, so you get image. Okay, but I don't want this much bigger image. Let's make it smaller. Let's add width some 70 and the height also some 70. You want, you can add some classes img thumbnail. You get some nice frame color format, frame, yeah, like this. Img thumbnail is this one, and along with this I want to name, age and email. That's quite simple. You have to fetch it. Okay, name, how, name is an object, so we can't display an object here. So name dot first, name dot last. Title doesn't matter. Name dot first, name dot last. So here customer dot name dot first, and here customer dot name dot last. Okay, so you will get the name, age, email, location, age. So in real time, you have to, figure out how data is there and how you have to display age. Age is here, dob dot age. So customer dot dob dot age, and you get the age. And don't compare age with photo because it's some random data. And 72 years I want to display. So you can write some static years. Okay. So you will get yes, email and location. Yeah, TD email, email here direct. So here customer dot email, get email and location. Location is a sense. Location is a huge object. I hope. Mm, yeah, location is a huge object, but I want location dot city. Okay. Yeah, another TD. Let's make customer dot location dot city. Okay. So let's check. You got the city. Yes, fine. So we have an array of data and that we have looped through using the using the map function, and we have it. Let's see, there is only one table row which display all this. Fine, and this how you will loop through. And yeah, fine, enough for this today's class. Okay, and tomorrow we will also display the same data in a cards format. Okay, so how to display a multiple cards through iteration, and we also make a search functionality and filtering functionality also, we'll see tomorrow. Okay, I want to search a person name. Okay, I want to display only those people based on search, and we can filter. For example, I think some field also should be there, male or female. So we can select male means only male employees will come, female means only female employees will come, like that. So I hope it is to be that one. Okay, can we add one more? Email, age, gender, after age, gender, after age, TD, gender. Gender will be, um, yeah, it's male directly. So customer gender. So you will get gender, yeah, male or female. Okay, if you want to make uppercase, I want to display that uppercase. But in Angular we have pipes. to convert to uppercase, lowercase, currency and all, but in React we don't have. So we had to write dot to uppercase, just like JavaScript, you get uppercase. Okay, like this. So we'll make a filtering male employees, female employees, and all employees, and we'll make a search and we'll display like cards. So those concepts we will start from tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll discuss some other next concepts like HTTP, Axios, okay, routing and all. We'll see. Okay, I hope that's clear. And don't worry, this was this video until you understand. So you can practice this with some data you can get from Google, some array of information, and how to loop through the array. That's very important. Okay, and so you should be very careful that you're not displaying the array. I mean, you're not displaying the object. You have to display only the string. For example, here name is an object, right? But sometimes people what we do, they will write only name. They feel like name will come. Name is what? Name is not a string. Name is an object. So you get the error. Where is my error? Yeah, you get the error. What is error? You don't know, but sir, here no error. In my terminal also no error. Okay, how does this error is showing? Simple, read the error. Error is what? Objects are not valid as React child. So on the React, so object cannot display just like that. Okay, so you should careful. Name is an object. So an object cannot display. If you want to display the object, then what is the format? JSON dot stringify of customer dot name. So if you want to check that, just convert to string format and check. Now you understand what is that. See, you have displayed a whole object, right? Like this. So if you don't want whole object, then make only dot name dot plus only strings kind of data. Okay, let's keep it back to original. Yeah, to uppercase. So like this. So make sure what type of data you display. Okay, fine. So let's meet up tomorrow and let's finish off this filtering concepts tomorrow. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet tomorrow freshly on Monday. Thank you.